There are two key diagnoses that I've shared with you about Anthony Albanese over the past few years. Two key character assessments, if you like, character flaws that undermine all he does and doesn't do as Prime Minister. One is his refusal to take responsibility for anything, and the other is just his weakness. Albanese is always weak. He is the invertebrate Prime Minister. And let me show you the latest example. Remember he did that little word association game yesterday? I showed you some when he called Pauline Hanson divisive. Well, here's some more.
Pauline Hanson.
Divisive.
Australia Day. Australia Day.
Great.
Grace Tame.
Difficult.
Difficult. She's difficult to say the least. I mean, here was Tame the other week calling for armed uprising against Israel and Jews around the world.
From Gadigal to Gaza, globalise the Intifada. One more time. From Gadigal to Gaza, globalise the Intifada.
Just shocking. Albanese never condemned those remarks because he's weak. And all he said yesterday was that Tame is difficult. But he copped some criticism about that. Tame reposted criticism saying difficult is the misogynist code for a woman who won't comply. And Greens leader Larissa Waters also attacked, saying labelling women difficult won't silence us, it won't stop us speaking truth to power. And another Green, Senator Mehreen Faruqi, wrote, from one difficult woman to another, any thorn in Albanese's side is a friend of mine. Sarah Hanson-Young joined in too, although she had some difficulty finding the right word to describe it.
I think that was a extremely unfortunate utterance from the Prime Minister. I understand he has apologised today, and that is appropriate, and he should have.
This stuff is puerile beyond belief. Intellectually vapid, it actually demeans women by suggesting they're beyond criticism in public debate. To disagree with a woman is to be a misogynist, apparently. But if this was weak, we only had to wait till this morning to see that Albanese can always be even weaker.
Prime Minister, are all women difficult, or is it just Grace Tame? Do you regret calling her difficult?
No, what I was done was I was at a forum. I was asked to describe people in one word, and Grace Tame you certainly can't describe in one word. She has had a difficult life, and that was what I was referring to. And what Grace Tame has done is to turn that difficult experience that she had into being a strong advocate for others, which is why she received, quite rightly, the Australian of the Year award.
And you have a good relationship with her now?
I certainly have had. If there was any misinterpretation, then I certainly apologise.
Yeah, it was a misinterpretation. His difficult was actually a word of admiration and solidarity. He couldn't even own his own weak word. See what I mean about weakness? Albanese should have apologised for calling Tame difficult. He should have apologised for letting the nation down and failing to show leadership, because he should have called her irresponsible, misinformed, reckless, divisive, and he should have called her dangerous. He actually should have called her hateful. Calling for intifada is for terrorists and Islamic State devotees, not for former Australians of the Year. It's a repulsive thing to do. It's an incitement to violence, and it only fuels anti-Israel sentiment and anti-Semitism. If Albanese wants to stop being weak, wants to stand up for civility, democracy, humanity and the rule of law, and if he wants to stand strong against terrorism and anarchy, well, he should take his lead not from Grace Tame, but from the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, who addressed the Knesset in Jerusalem overnight.
We feel your pain. We share your grief. India stands with Israel firmly, with full conviction in this moment and beyond.
Yeah, Modi stood up for humanity, for liberty, democracy and for Israel. He stood against terrorism, a scourge that has long tormented India. Some things aren't too difficult to work out. They just take a bit of spine.